Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I'm here with my weekly WIP and Chat. If you're new or you're just not sure what that means, WIP stands for work in progress. In this case, I'm going to be working on a diamond painting kit, and chat just means we are going to spend some time together over the next hour or so, just chatting and catching up and doing life together. So feel free to pull out a project to work alongside me, or you can treat this like a podcast while you're going about your day. I am just looking forward to, as always, spending this Monday morning or whatever time it is where you are with you today. So like I said, I'm going to be working on this diamond painting, which is actually a mini dazzles set. It's a set of miniature diamond paintings. This is from Diamond Art Club. It is the dragons themed set and is going to be actually, I'm going to call this my dragons kit for the month of September. More on that later. Accessories wise, well, I'm really excited because just this past weekend I opened up a bunch of my Drills and Chills sponsor goodies, which included a lot of fall themed and Halloween themed accessories. And let me tell you, I had the hardest time deciding which ones to work with in this week's WIP and Chat. You'll definitely continue to see these featured throughout WIP and Chats in the coming weeks. Especially there's a lot of new products that I haven't tried before or new to me shops, and so this is just my favorite place to get to test those things out. So this pen is from O'Brien Pens, and this blank was I believe made by Castaway Creations. It was a fun collab that they did. And then this tray is the Drills and Chills tray from Firefly Diamond Art. It's the Inferno Nano, and there's Drills and Chills 2024. This is one of two colorways. This is the one with the purple and then the copper, and there's also one that's yellow and black. So I love this colorway a lot. And then I'm going to be using this patty wax and spiced pumpkin latte in my single placer, and then I'm going to be trying out this wee putty from Wee Wax in my multi-placer. I don't believe that We Wax, the owner is Laura. I almost said Laura's name, and then I was like, let me mention the shop. I don't believe that they have started listing those publicly yet, but I recommend following their Instagram and follow Laura on YouTube. It's Anxiety Art Adventures is her channel, and that's the best way to stay up to date with when they are going to be releasing new products and stuff. So yay, excited to test that out. But let me go ahead and try to get this multi-placer all situated in here. This multi-placer is a 12 placer from Diamond Art Club. They have a thin metal multi-placer that really is my go-to anymore. I like how thin like this part of the placer is. It works just really well in my opinion for multi-placing squares and rounds. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this not black cat hair. I have a tuxedo cat, and I swear his fur just ends up everywhere, no matter how much we dust and all the things. But let me clean out this old putty, get my pen loaded up, and we will open up my mini dazzle set here and get started. So my plan for this is not to actually kit this up into storage containers, because they are just a set of mini projects, and they each come with their own set of packs of drills. Like each dragon will come with its own set of drills. I honestly thought that it would be way more effective to just work through the set of drills and have them in front of me. I think that's really just going to be fine, and then I'll bag them up once I'm done with that particular dragon and then move on to the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna load this up. It smells so good. Just smells like all kinds of fall spices. It's not a perfectly flat surface, so I didn't give it, I really did not give that a fair shot at all. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try that again, but in a different section. I'm gonna put it on my flat surface here, completely like flat, firm surface out of frame here. Sorry guys, hold on one second. Actually, so what you're looking at now is like a flat piece of cardboard I used to actually diamond paint on, because we're on my kitchen table right now, and my kitchen table is textured, and so it can be really tricky to like diamond paint on, like with a lot of, especially when I'm trying to be really exact about it. No, this is just kind of sticky, you guys. I almost need like a knife. Maybe I should have pinched it off and rolled it. I wonder how well this is gonna, I don't know if I've worked with a putty that's quite this texture before. I'm so curious. I love trying out new products, especially ones I'm like, ooh, this actually does seem different than anything I've worked with before. One of the other ones I opened up in my small shop haul was from Enchanted Succulent, and that putty has a texture that I've never personally worked with before, but I think I've seen other people work with before, and so I'm really eager to try that one out too. So yay for new things. This is interesting. Laura, if you're watching, don't panic. It's just my own personal learning curve. Okay, so that's loaded up. And let me load up my single placer, and then we'll open up these dragons to take a look. But anyway, I have a hard time diamond painting on my textured. It's like a, like almost like a raw wood table with lots of rough textures, and it's not like perfectly flat. It's firm, which is why I was able to use it to load up that putty. But when I'm actually diamond painting, I put down this piece of big cardboard that covers up my table and my table runner, and it's just a much more consistent surface to try to diamond paint on. Okay, here's my patty wax, I think mostly well loaded up. Okay. That smells really good too. I love fall scents. I don't know about you guys. They're just some of my favorites. A lot of fall spices and scents just feel they're like very clean scents. They're not usually super heavily fragranced. And I don't know, I'm very sensory sensitive to scents, so it makes me happy. Okay, so I did unbox this on my channel. This was a sneak peek of mine a while back. I'm not using the toolkit today. I just need my canvases. And the sticker sheet I'm just going to kind of use as a legend, I think. Yeah, I don't need that. So here, shout through the screen and help me decide which dragon we're going to start with. I've done one single canvas of Diamond Art Club's mini dazzles before. I haven't done a whole set. I just did one as part of like a big comparison video I was doing a little while back. Okay, I'm gonna lay these all out. We're gonna decide. Which one should we start with? They're all really cute. I wonder how many we'll get through today. Let's start with this guy that I feel like is just kind of a classic dragon to me. So I think, let me see. On here, does it tell us their names? On here, does it tell us their names? I don't know. Hold on a second. Oh, and here it does. Okay. So this one is Spike. Stop it. Way too cute. So in these packs of drills, there's one pack for each of the dragons, and all the colors that are in here go like with this specific dragon. There should be plenty of leftovers, but there will be duplicates. So like there's Z742 in this dragon, this number 7, but I guarantee you there's going to be that same color in other dragons, but they'll have their own set of that color in their own bag. So interesting way to approach it. I don't know if I've seen a company do mini sets and take that particular approach, but it's a, I don't know, I think it makes it maybe easier if you're going to work on these with like alongside other people maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that useful? Is it practical? I'm not using any cover minders today because these are just cute little kits, but where did I put my scissors? There we go. So I think what I'm just going to do is I'm literally going to try to just go through and do one color at a time over the whole dragon. And these mini sets, these mini dazzles from Diamond Art Club are made up of entirely special drills. Like sometimes there's ABs in the mix, but it's majority fairy dust diamonds. Like all of these dragons, like all of the colors are 100% fairy dust, which I think is way too fun. And I think it's so fun and so cute. So let me grab, let's see. I'm gonna peel back the plastic cover. And then we're just gonna start with, okay, this first color is, it's the letter H. It looks like it's gonna be an outline. H on here is the 921, right there on top. And I'll see if there's I normally kit up my diamonds, so this is a little bit new for me. If I need to adjust as we go, I will. But I'm going to keep that handy just in case. And okay, so we're off to the races. Look at how nice these firefly trays are. They do such a nice job. And look at that. That color is a really close match to the bottom color too. So pretty. Okay, so hello. How are you doing today? Happy Monday, or whatever day of the week it is when you're watching this. I hope that you had a really nice weekend and that you're having a nice start to your week as well. I don't know if, depending on where you live, well, first and foremost, if you live in an area that's been affected by the hurricane and the flooding, just know that you are very, very much in my thoughts and in my heart and in my family's prayers. I am so sorry. I have some friends, specifically I think from college, that live, like some of them live just outside Asheville, North Carolina, and the updates they've been posting have just been absolutely heartbreaking. So I'm just really, really hoping and praying for safety for everyone involved, and that everyone's able to recover and rebuild as much as very, very much possible. So I absolutely wanted to mention and acknowledge that. And depending on just where you are, even if it's not whatever weather you're dealing with, I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. I know there have been some areas that have been hit by heat waves. We're looking at another heat wave this week actually here, and I don't know. I'm just ready for some milder weather ahead for sure, for everyone. But I am excited to be working on these little dragons again. Not again, but rather to be back to them after doing that sneak peek unboxing. I had been very tempted to work on them right away because I feel like from the moment that I saw that these mini diamond painting kits or sets were a thing, I was like, why isn't there a dragon one? And the Diamond Art Club came out with one, so I'm so happy. But I decided to hold off because I think I did a sneak peek for these back in August, and I knew that this size project would be really, really good for this month because this month I'm also in the midst of working on, it's Drills and Chills. It's the first month of Drills and Chills. Drills and Chills, just a really quick recap, is a diamond painting event that this is its 6th year, and it revolves around fall and Halloween and takes place in September and October, and it's a lot of fun. I've been co-hosting it for several years now, and so I didn't have any Halloween dragons sort of on the docket to work on. I still actually don't. There haven't been any that have come out that I have seen. That doesn't mean they're not out there, but there haven't been any that have come out that have really grabbed my attention and made me feel like, oh, I really need to work on that. So I don't know that I'm going to have any seasonal dragons to work on for fall this year or Halloween. But I still wanted to, of course, be working on a dragon kit each month, which is part of my sort of Year the Dragon diamond paint along I'm doing with myself. I know some others are doing it too. So I thought, well, I know I'm going to be working on some other seasonal projects and whatnot in September and October, so why don't I hold back some smaller dragon kits to be able to potentially work on that'll just be easy to pull out and work on. So that's the reason I saved this one for September, and also because I did want to sort of save and savor it for a little bit longer too. And these are so cute. I feel like I want to buy more than one. Have you ever done that before? I've joked about it. There has actually been one kit that I did buy a second copy of, and that is the kit Dawn by Geneva Bowers and from Distracted by Diamonds. And I think they had done some updates to that particular chart, and I also like that's one of my favorite diamond painting kits I've ever completed. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. But other than that, I haven't purchased any kits before a second time. Well, okay, I just thought of another one. I did buy multiple of this little miniature dragon kit from Diamond Art Club called, I believe it was called Ember. It is, it's by my friend, the artist is Kate, Pixie Sticks, and then Kate's her name. And I had bought, I think 3 or 4 of that little dragon, thinking like, oh, how cute would it be to do different color variations and make like a little dragon army. I never did anything about that. I have a couple extra copies of that kit still. I did work on it at the beginning of this year. That was the first dragon kit that I worked on this year. It was a lot of fun. So those 2 instances, yes, I have technically bought a kit more than once. But other than that, I have never bought a kit more than one time. And I'm curious if you have, and if so, sort of what was your, what motivated that? And I don't know. Have you ever been tempted? Have you ever been tempted to buy a kit more than one time? And or whether it's with the intention of working on it more than once or not. Like, did you love a kit so much that you're like, I want to get it so I can work on it again? Yeah, I think that could be fun. So I just, with the Year of the Dragon sort of diamond paint along I've been doing, it has me thinking ahead, because 2024 is, it's going to be over sort of before we know it, even though I can't begin to fathom it. It's the end of September, which is just unbelievable to me. I am thinking ahead a lot recently to the upcoming year, and I think I just want to be more on top of it this year. Like, if there's anything specific I want to do or plan to do in 2025, I just want to make sure I don't drop the ball, kind of like I did with my temperature project for this year, and I had to kind of scramble at the last minute. So I've been thinking ahead. It's like, is there anything, really special and different I'd like to do next year? I'm not totally sure yet, but I'm continuing to mull it over. It's tempting to even, continue the idea of working on dragon kits throughout the year, even though it won't be the Year of the Dragon very far into 2025. But I don't know. I'll just see if there's something else I might want to do instead. I'll probably do another temperature project, but I'm having such a love-hate relationship with my temperature project for this year. I think that a lot of my motivation for doing it again next year is that I just want to basically like get a do-over, and I feel like I've learned a lot this year that I want to do differently, from everything to how I want to do my temperature ranges, to what special drills I use, to what kind of chart I gravitate towards. So I'm not sure exactly how that'll all shake out. I just know that I want to do it differently. So as far as other kind of like diamond paint along type ideas, I'm not 100% sure yet, but there is time. There is time. With it also being the end of September, that means that we are just basically at least the day that this is going up, we're nearly exactly at the halfway point of drills and chills, which I still can't wrap my brain around how quickly that's gone either. To be fair, I did spend a lot of the past several weeks working on a project that was not drills and chills related, but it just really had me, I had really, really intense hyper focus with it and the end was in sight. So I am back to, I've been working on my drills and chills projects again. I just yesterday completed my Make Market kit, Witch Girl, the one that has the Make Market squares. So I'm looking forward to reviewing that with you guys and sharing my thoughts. Spoiler alert, with that kit, I like how it turned out, but it had slippery glue, which was kind of frustrating at particular points. And also the square drills, it was weird. They almost look like they had bleach marks on them. I'll have to try to show it to you when I'm actually doing a review and I have the drills in front of me and stuff. But there were a number of drills that just looked like they had these little spots on them. And as I was working on it, I was just worried. I didn't know if I might run out of drills or if I'd get close. For some reason, I thought I remembered someone saying that they had run low on drills on this kit. And I just thought, I don't even know what the process of getting replacements from Make Market would look like. So I was putting down drills that maybe even had like some of those little marks, just because I was unsure if I was going to have enough drills anyway. So as it turned out, I would have been fine. But so there was that. Other than that, though, I guess the square drill quality was pretty good. I don't know that I think that they're the exact same as the diamond dot squares, but there are maybe some similarities. So I don't know. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. As I finish these up, I am going to, as I go through the various kits, the little dragons here, I am going to consolidate the various colors into single bags. Like this is going to be the bag for Z, this is 921. And that way, in case I missed a symbol, I can also, grab this bag and refill it as needed. One of the Firefly tray features is it has this little like closure on it. I feel like they were maybe the first company to do this, and it helps stop the drills from sliding out when you're working, and then you just slide it open pretty easily once you're ready to pour the drills out. There's a little bit of static in these drills. That's okay. So yeah, okay, there was that color. Let me grab the next one. What's the letter E? Z920. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, the Make Market squares on that particular kit. Yeah, so I'm glad that I got that one done. It took me just a few days once I really sat down and got into it. And And so yeah, I'll do a post review on that maybe this week so I can share my thoughts. And I mean, overall though, I would say knowing that there are enough drills that I don't have to use the ones that have those odd marks on them, then I think it's fine if you like the artwork. Otherwise, I thought the drills were, you know, decent. They're decent to good quality. There was a little bit of otherwise like trash, like ones that had little tabs off the side, but I don't think it was any more than normal or what I expect from any company. So it's just those marks that were really weird. But yeah, so that's done. And then looking ahead to the month of October, I have an Enablers Outpost kit I am planning to at least unbox and hopefully work on. I'm going to see kind of how I feel once I actually open up the box, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then I have a really cute Muni made kit that I may try to work on as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to work on any other like really Halloween exactly kits. I've unboxed some others. I have some potentially on the way, but I'm just going to kind of follow my nose. This year I'm feeling a lot more drawn to fall-centric and fall-esque themes. So I don't know. This has been an interesting year when I reflect back a little bit on this year already and thinking like, okay, this year I've really been drawn to mini kits. I've been drawn to some like softer themes in some ways. And it's just really interesting to see those trends. Because last year I feel like I did more in the way of truly like Halloween kinds of kits. So I don't know. Just nothing really strongly calling my name this year, I suppose. Let's go with, okay, the number 5 is Z740. This cutie. I love this little dragon so much. What I will do is, I realize this is so small and you're so far zoomed out, I'm going to bring the camera down so that you can see a little bit more of what I'm diamond painting, because I know some of you do like to actually watch as I'm diamond painting. So one sec, I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. So what was this one? This was number 5, Z740. Perfect. So anyway, I don't know if any of you grabbed the Halloween mystery box today, sort of speaking of Halloween new releases, but I'm very, very anxious to see what the Halloween kits are that are in that box and which ones I got, because I guess they can vary. They are going to vary. There's 5 possible new releases that have never before been seen or released, and you get 2 in your box. So we shall see. And then this past week, I did also accomplish a huge, huge goal, which is that I completed my cross-stitch conversion project. And I had mentioned as much in last week's WIP and Chat, but I was extremely close and was probably going to finish it in the next couple of days. And yes, I finished it on Tuesday evening. And honestly, I'm still riding the high of it. I am so, so, so happy to be able to say that I've finally completed that project. It was a very, very long time coming, nearly 2.5 years. And I just, I don't know what happened exactly the past few months that I think I just saw the end. And I was past, like I had gotten over the hump of the halfway point and saw the end technically in sight and thought, let's get this done. Let's get this done. And the feeling is just, honestly, it's euphoria. I'm so happy. So, so happy. I did film placing the last, I think it was 8 or 10 drills on that canvas, and I'll include that whenever I do like a final kind of review video on that kit, which it'll be a little bit. I immediately, once I took a picture and then I rolled that canvas up with the others, and they're all tucked away for now, and I'm just kind of taking a rest, letting myself enjoy work on some other projects, letting my mind sort of just be happy that it's finished and not dwell on kind of the work of doing a review or starting to really dig into how to attach these panels together and other things that I would really like to cover with you as part of that series that I've been doing on this project. But yeah, it has over 400,000 drills total on the project, and the overall project size is like, I was just recalculating it because I always said that each panel was about 35 by 95-ish centimeters, but I believe the exact design size of the whole thing is 187.5 centimeters by oh shoot, was it 151 centimeters? It's big. It's really big, you guys, but it's complete, and I think I'm gonna be on cloud nine over that for quite a while. I'm really, really happy. It just feels like it's freed up. I don't know, it's like freed up my mind, like not just my time and what kinds of projects I'm working on, but it's like it's a mental load off. So I'm still really proud of myself and happy that I did it, but yeah, no, also very excited that it's done, and now I get to really, really spend my time on other projects. This is the first time in a long time that I haven't had at least 2 WIPs going. I guess technically right now I still have my Temperature Dragon project going, so I technically have 2 WIPs. But this year it's always been at least 3 WIPs because it's been my temperature project, my giant cross-stitch conversion project, and then whatever just sort of regular diamond painting I was working on at the time. So as far as what might be next for another, complex or big kind of project, because you know me, I can't resist having at least something in mind in that sense. I'm certainly mulling things over. I may have browsed some shops for some ideas and just kind of thinking like, what might I want to do? But I'm not in a rush. I just kind of want to enjoy the diamond paintings that I have and the various just sort of regular projects that I enjoy working on. And like I'm enjoying having the mental space to do that. So I don't know, have you ever felt that when you've been working on a bigger project that either, takes more brain power or just feels like it's more work or something to work on? Have you ever felt that sense of relief or excitement or euphoria at actually finishing it? Or am I just the weirdo here? But yeah, that's done. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys. If you are in my Patreon, you'll see that I did actually post a picture where I kind of photoshopped the different panels together so you could see how it all looks displayed out together. Hypothetically, I didn't actually get all 8 panels in frame. I had to Photoshop a couple of pictures together, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So lots of learnings, lots of ideas for what to take out of that and take into the next project. So let's see, what else? This week has been relatively productive, just personally speaking, aside from just finishing my cross-stitch conversion, which kind of let me springboard into productivity in other areas too. We got, the big thing is that I got Micah's new bed all put together, my youngest's new bed all put together. We moved him into a twin bed out of a little kid bed, and he has been in it the past couple of nights, and it's gone really well. So I had, they'd come in, and I'd been able to, I had Adam help me haul them upstairs. Funnily enough, I mean, not to make generalizations about how it's usually the guy who's the handy one, I'm generally the handy person in our relationship, and so I was like, just let me go up with the tools, you hang with the kids, I'm gonna go put the bed together. And it wasn't too bad. It really wasn't too bad. At one point, Micah came up, and he was very excited to help me, and he kept saying like, new bed. And I kept kind of checking in with him because I didn't know if this might be something that was hard for him. Transitions can be really, really difficult for any kids, but especially for kids that are autistic. And so I just wasn't sure. It's a big change, and even things from, instead of, because of where the head of the bed would be, that meant he'd be sleeping oriented slightly differently. It was just kind of out of necessity because of the size of the room and where the door is and everything. And so like there's some little adjustments, but honestly, he did wonderfully. He was really excited to have his new bed, and there was some bedding that I had bought, at least 6 months ago in anticipation of moving him into this bed. And so I already had that handy, which was really nice, and got to set that up. His whole his whole room ever since like he was a baby has been like space themed, like space, stars, galaxies and stuff. I love it a lot. Connor was always foxes. Micah has always been all things space and stars. So his current bedding still fits that theme and he still likes it. And yeah, he's also got a relatively new clock that we added. Well, it has some like added functionality, like lights that let him know, like, okay, you can come out. And like also on the weekends, sometimes he'll want to sleep in a lot. We don't always know, like, I don't know. So if we should go in and get him or let him have space or whatever, if he just is enjoying having some alone time and reading in there. So, but he really, really loves having this clock, and it has this little cute monster face that you can set what times that the monster face, like when the monster's awake. Oh, it's a really cute monster. It's not like a scary monster. It's an adorable monster. When it's like awake or when it's asleep, and it changes colors, and he loves it. So I'm really thankful that everything has gone well with that transition. I was nervous because, like I said, change can sometimes be just a big roll of the dice, especially when it comes to something as big as, how you are sleeping and what you're sleeping in. But no, he's been doing great. So, but I felt productive that I was able to get everything put together. Now I just need to I need to see if there's I think there might be like a women's shelter that I might be able to donate. I'm really ready to donate quite a lot of things that are have just been sitting in our garage in totes. A lot of the baby stuff, things like we have a swing, we have a pack and play, I have a high chair, and it's like, well, we're 100% done. And I would love to be able to bless another family with these things. And I almost wish like there was like I don't know if there's like one family in need. I could be like, here's all the basics, but I'm going to try to explore some of the resources that we have and see. I'll ask around to some of my neighbors. One of my neighbors in particular I know is pretty connected to, good places to donate and people in need and stuff like that. So I'll try to dig into that a little bit more. And I mean, a part of it is truly to be able to free up some space. Our garage is really jam-packed. So what number was I just doing, or letter? It was J, right? Z741. Yeah. Okay. Look at how cute this dragon is. I'm telling you what, these fairy dust diamonds are just the cute. They're just the prettiest. I was like, this dragon is cute. The fairy dust diamonds I wouldn't call cute, but they're so, so pretty. I want to grab one of the darker colors next because I feel like that is just where fairy dust is at its best as a special drill, is in darker colors. Let's see. The letter A is Z918. Like, just look at how pretty those are. The coating stands out just so much more, I feel like, on the dark fairy dust colors. Yeah, just flinging diamonds everywhere. So yeah, it's been a relatively productive week. I did, after, last week and having that just worst migraine of my actual life, I had gone ahead and really explored, okay, what kinds of changes can I look at making, and did finally decide to, I think that I would have mentioned this last week because I probably would have already started, but I've had one headache day since I switched, and I haven't drank any diet pop in, well, I think is that over 2 weeks now? Maybe not quite. But I don't seem to be having any adverse effects from drinking green tea instead. And like I said, I've had just one headache day, but I don't feel like I can trust and count on that just because, so much of it can be like hormonal. So I feel like I need to give it at least a month, and then, things can still just vary. Weather can vary. So it's probably going to be a little bit of chasing a moving target, but I'm also not going to be upset that I haven't had a migraine in a week and a half. Like, that's an enormous blessing that I'm really, really, really thankful for. So thank you for all the kind words and positive thoughts when I shared about that last week. And I'm, again, really, really sorry that, I'm not the only one that obviously suffers from bad migraines. It sucks. It sucks. But yeah, it's been a better week. I think the weather has also been more mild, and that has inconsistent, and that has helped. I'm a little nervous with the big heat wave coming up this week. We'll see kind of what happens, but I mean, I'm also going to try really hard not to borrow trouble and just sort of, let's take it one day at a time. And what's working now seems to be working. So I'm just going to continue along with that. But yeah, only one headache day. Even on, there were a couple of days this week that we had people over, some family members over. And to be honest with you, typically if I am having to be really social, like very on, especially if I'm having to host people in my home, that is frankly typically like fast track to a migraine for me, just because it's an immense amount of stress, just for a variety of reasons. In simplest terms, I'm just very, very much an extreme introvert, and hosting just has become something that takes a lot out of me. Even if the people that are here are not making me feel like I need to play hostess, there is honestly just something about having people in my space. I don't know if it's like a worry about judgment, or worry about like, are they comfortable, or if it's just the sort of having to be very on, as opposed to, I don't know, not having to be constantly social. Like my kids, it's different when it's adults versus kids, I guess. So I'm not totally sure exactly what it is, but just having people over really can take it out of me. And like I said, usually does give me a pretty bad migraine, and that didn't really happen, which was a very pleasant surprise. I did crash pretty hard though, that second day. There's a variety of things I don't really want to get into just out of respect for, people involved, but it was just very highly stressful. I felt very, very, very overstimulated, and bless my husband for just understanding exactly what was going on. And it was fine, but at the end of the night, he just sort of gently teased. He was like, I don't know if you just wanted to have a little like cone of silence for the evening. And I sort of laughed and I said, I am going to go just kind of unplug and not talk to anyone for a minute. So I was glad I was able to do that. But I don't know. I used to host a lot. Like we used to host an annual, I missed a symbol there. Let's see, that was Z918. So that's one of those ones I just had. We used to host like an annual Halloween party with lots of friends over, and we would have like all of our friends over for the kids' like birthdays and stuff. But ever since, the happenings of 2020, it's just like, I'm missing that part of my, makeup, like my brain's makeup anymore. It sounds, I don't know, like it's way more stressful. There's just way more to it. It's not as, I don't find myself itching to do that kind of thing the way that I had before. So, yeah, I don't know. I've mulled that over a lot and sort of wondered like, why is that? And sort of the effects that year I think had on everyone's mental health in a variety of different ways. And yeah, but that made it kind of a big week, just having people over 2 days in a row, even though it was family. And I just thought, we're just going to take it easy this weekend. So we did. We took it very, very, very easy this week. And I had my Patreon live stream today, and that was pretty chill, because for all that there are people in chat, it's still just me talking. There's not someone like actively conversing with me in person, I guess. That sounds so terrible, doesn't it? But no, that was fine. But then otherwise, we took the kids to Target to get a couple of small things yesterday, and just to kind of get out of the house for a bit and play. And so, yeah, but overall it was just a more restful weekend for sure. Let's see, did I just do, I wasn't even paying attention. Z919. Okay. I loved something else that happened this past week. That is one of my favorite things that our school district does. And that is that a couple of times a year, they have a couple of days where you can come into the school and have lunch with your kids. Though it's actually open to any loved ones, so that it's, more inclusive, because they just, for whatever a kiddo's situation is, they want someone to be able to come in and have lunch with them, make them feel loved and special. So we got to do that this past week, and So Drill didn't want to come out. And the kids this year have different lunch times as opposed to last year when it was the same. And so we had to like split and then we'd switch. But no, this year it was a little bit easier because they had different lunch times. So the first hour we were with one of them and the second hour we were with the other. And so we had picked up some kids meals as like an extra special treat, and brought those and got to have lunch with them. And I got to have a really good conversation with Micah's teacher. I got to chat with her for a while and touch base, and she is just like, I'm still like, it almost makes me teary to think about, because I feel like she is just such the perfect fit for what Micah needs right now. And she's a really good fit for like just our family overall. And so I was really glad that I got to talk to her. We got to touch base on a few things, and yeah, I just was really happy. I even really love like the aides that are in Micah's class. Like they're just so sweet, and so obviously really care about the kids, and it just, yeah, no, it makes my heart very happy. So we got to do lunch with Micah for like the first half we were sitting and eating. The second half he wanted to go and play, and we got to see him, you know, playing hard, loving that the playground area. And then after that we got to go meet up with Connor, and he was so happy to see us too. He was very sweet. And the second half of his lunchtime, we got to go over and watch him. He's really into tetherball right now. It's his favorite. And as we were watching the kids play, I realized, oh, this is why we got the call the one day about how Connor had been hit in the eye by a tetherball. He never ended up with a black eye or anything, but like those kids play hard, Connor included. And I was like, yeah, no, of course kids are getting whacked in the face sometimes. And Adam even jumped in at one point, and they were having a big old time. So all in all, it's one of my favorite things to get to do. I love getting to see the kids kind of in their element, and I know that it's really special for them too. So I love that we got to do that. And then this past weekend, I did also really enjoy finally getting to get into all those small shop goodies with you guys. That was, it was fun to get into some of those sponsor goodies like I've shown you today. And I did go through my list of Drills and Chills sponsors and was kind of making notes of, okay, here's the ones that I haven't bought from yet. I want to make sure that I'm doing my best to support if I can. So lots of new to me shops on there that I'm really looking forward to trying out still. Hopefully it'll be fun. And there's all those discount codes. I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta take advantage. Look at how pretty all these sparkles are. Oh my gosh. So anyway, looking ahead to October, fun things to come with Drills and Chills. My mom will be out towards the end of the month, which will be nice. I am gonna just be able to work on diamond paintings that aren't a giant project. And I'm so happy. I'm hoping it's going to be a good month. I haven't really talked about it a lot just because, you know, I don't know. I don't want to necessarily, it's not necessarily fun to talk about, but I would just love any continued positive thoughts that you have to send Adam's way as far as job hunt stuff goes. So I'd really appreciate that. Thoughts, prayers, positive vibes. Always much appreciated. And any of you that are dealing with something similar, I'm sending the same your way because, yeah, no, it's rough out there right now. So don't take it as a reflection of you or your capabilities or anything like that. It's just there's a lot at play here. But anyway, the kids are doing great. Talked about that. We're working on trying to figure out what they want to be for Halloween this year. That's hard to say. Hard decisions for them, apparently. Connor has cycled through a couple of different possibilities, including some different Minecraft characters. I think he's settled on, wanting to be Steve from Minecraft. And Micah is still deciding. When we were at Target this past week, we did go and poke our heads over in the Halloween costumes aisle. And there was this one Halloween costume that I believe was technically for adults, that was a traffic light. And Micah just lit up and could not take his eyes off of this traffic light costume. And so we're trying to figure out, is there a way we could modify it to fit him a little bit better, because it's just really big. Like, it basically trails, like it hits the floor. It's like an over the shoulder thing, like a fabric kind of boxy situation. But he just thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I'm gonna have to poke around and see if maybe there's something like that on Amazon, maybe, or maybe Target sells one online that's more geared towards kids. I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see. So yeah, I don't know if they probably won't be actually coordinating this year then. And I don't know what Adam and I'll go as. I don't know if we'll really try to go as anything this year, or if we'll just kind of shop from our own closets maybe. I don't know. But no, Halloween season's always fun. Let's open up this one. You know, it's so funny. Before I started this, I thought, I wonder how many dragons I'll get through. It's looking like one. I think I'm going to get through one, and maybe let's start a second one. I thought, I might get through not the whole set. I didn't think a whole set. I thought I might get halfway through, but I don't know. Maybe not. I want to try to finish this whole set before the end of the month, because this is supposed to be my September dragon set, and the day that this is going up, hold on a second. Is that, Monday the 30th. So, I got 24 hours. I think it'll be fine. I really think it'll be fine. But we'll see. I don't want to rush it either. I want to enjoy my dragons, but it's supposed to be my dragon kit for the month. So gotta move it along. Let's see. I am thinking about the holidays a little bit. I know it feels early because it's just the end of September here, but since I used to, be able to say that, all our family lives far. But no, just now it's, because Adam's parents and sister and her kids live here now. But my parents live in Ohio and my brother lives up in Oregon. And I'm thinking that just sometimes can make the holidays tricky. We don't always know what that's going to look like. And so I'm trying to think ahead to, okay, what do we want maybe the holidays to look like this year? And I am getting a little bit emotional, because it really did hit me that, my parents are probably going to be selling the house here in the next couple of years. And so truly the amount of Christmases that we have left in that house that they've had for 30 years is, it's not infinite. And I'm going to be the biggest wreck whenever they sell that house. And so I'm feeling very sentimental and feeling like I want to go back now for as many Christmases as we can, because the number of Christmases we have left in that house is limited. Not that it wasn't always, but I feel like now that that's sort of in the not so distant future, that I'm like, I want to get back there for Christmas as much as possible. So we'll see, if that will happen this year. I'd like for it to. We ended up not going last year due to, first, hold on. He's done. He or she, this is Spike. That's so pretty. Look at all this fairy dust. I love how Diamond Art Club heard lots of us saying, you should do kits that are all special drills. And they're like, we got you. We're going to give you tons of special drills. I want to do a green guy. Okay. This one is Clyde. And we need, let's see, there should be lots of greens. There we go. Here's our Clyde drills. So anyway, we didn't end up going last year because my youngest, Micah, was doing a ton of vocal stimming at the time, that a lot of screeching, a ton of screeching. It started, it really stopped once we kind of got into spring, I feel like. But it was to the point that I just thought, we can't travel with him. Can you imagine being on a plane for so many hours? And I'm thinking not only of course, the people around us, but also thinking it was elevating my stress and anxiety, really, really highly. Oh, let me not try to diamond paint on plastic. Yeesh. So unfortunately, we had made the decision not to travel back to Ohio for Christmas last year as we had planned. Now, then I ended up taking a trip back with Connor over a long weekend in that January or February? And my brother and his now fiance were flying back at the same time too. So we still got to, be together and see family and stuff. But my brother and how did he fly back then? I'm blanking. Maybe they didn't fly back that time. But anyway, this Christmas we really want to all try to be together. So try to figure out what that exactly is going to look like. In the meantime, though, my mom is flying out in less than a month now. The kids are very, very excited, and so am I. We have lots of fun fall traditions that we're really looking forward to, and hopefully it's going to have cooled off a little bit, and I'm sure my mom will bring out her diamond paintings, and I wonder what she'll be working on when she's out here. She was still working on Bluefield Memories. She was trying to experiment with some different ways to diamond paint more comfortably, because she was starting to have some neck and shoulder pain when she would diamond paint for very long. So she's still trying to find some ways to work around that. But I do have a couple of kits here for her. I did catch when Books and Nooks restocked, so I have that in hand for her, along with was it the Three Kings Nativity? Is that the name of it? They were the two kits that she really did want, and I had set restock notifications for, and she's happy to have those. And then she's trying to, she's like, I have enough of a stash at this point. She's got 10 kits in her stash. She's like, it's too much. But yeah, so fun things planned for October, more drills and chills videos throughout the month. I think I kind of have in mind what I'll be doing for drills and chills videos. I have some more unboxings that I would like to do. I'll probably do a review video at one point, and then I need to do another, I want to do another sponsor spotlight video. So that'll be coming in October too. And I guess here in just a few days, I'll be giving you guys a month in review video, and I'll tell you what, I will pull back out my cross stitch conversion canvases that I completed and share those with you guys. So you will get to see at least those last couple of panels completed, and maybe I'll plan to share a picture with you guys of how all the panels do look together, the one that I kind of photoshopped together anyway. So I'll try to have that for you guys to share then. But as far as what I've been reading and watching and listening to, which, by the way, if any other creators want to also do a segment like this at the end of your videos, please feel free to. I was listening to my friend Michaela's, it was her WIP and Chat or her vlog. She has a channel, Michaela Renee, I believe. I did one of her tag question sets recently, but I had heard her say oh, I'm going to add on this because I heard Katie do it. I hope that's okay. I was like, yeah, no, of course. Not that she asked me, but I mean, just anyway, I'm just saying anyone can, of course, do this. Feel free to share whatever you love about whatever you love. And so for me, reading, watching, and listening to. Reading, still, this has not been a reading year. I've been in a little bit of a slump this year. It's not been super exciting. So nothing really to report on this front. But watching, Adam and I finally got back to watching Picard. To be fair, it was only one night and we only watched 2 episodes. But it was fun. We were glad that there was a recap at the beginning, though, because it had been a month, 2 months since we had last watched. And now we're over halfway through the season. We're watching season 3. There's 10 episodes, and we just watched episodes 5 and 6. But yeesh, it's taking us a long time to get through that. And then listening to, it's been just various YouTube essay rabbit holes that I'm treating podcasts at the moment. One of the ones I ended up on recently, which I guess is kind of book adjacent because it's by a booktuber, but there's a booktuber named Lexi. The name is actually Lexi, aka Newly Nova. But YouTube had kept pushing this video of hers to me that was my book hot takes, my reading hot takes. And she was responding to various things that people had put in a question box in her stories. Things people would have various comments talking about how, she responded to your book hot takes. And it was everything from people saying that TikTok has, ruined books, or I love to crack the spine of my books, or Sarah J. Maas is overrated and romanticy has like ruined. I don't know, there's all kinds of stuff. And it was just really interesting to listen to her take on a lot of those things. I found myself agreeing with some of them, disagreeing with others, but I always enjoy when someone's able to discuss like hot topics in a really like an intelligent and an interesting way, and also a way that's like respectful to like how others might have differing opinions, and not like treating them as though they're utterly wrong or dumb or something like that. And so I really enjoyed her videos, and I was kind of browsing around some of her others. She had a really fun one where she was tier ranking different book tropes, and I agreed with some of them and disagreed with others. So yeah, that's kind of my recent set of video essays. And yeah, anyway, there's that dark green outline. Look at this. I'm telling you, these dark fairy dust colors, that fairy dust coating is just a dream. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, I need a new bag for this one. So we're coming up here on the end of my WIP and Chat, and let's see, as far as what I've got coming up this week for videos, like I mentioned, I'll have my month in review probably Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I don't know when my sneak peek from this past week is gonna have come in. I did get the Margaret Morales, the shoot, what's the name of it? It was the dragon one. I think she created it specifically for the Year of the Dragon, and I like sent that one to Diamond Art Club immediately, like, we're gonna need this. And I think it was in voting, and I'm not shocked that I made it through at all. But so whenever that comes in, I'll have that to share with you. So I'm gonna grind on my next color, and then depending on when some other stuff comes in, like my mystery box from Diamond Art Club and whatnot, I'll share it as stuff comes in, and maybe do a post review on my Make Market Squares kit. You'll have a Drills and Chills video on Saturday, of course, and I think that's going to be an unboxing of, I think maybe an Enablers Outpost kit or two. So maybe some other small shop stuff. It just depends on the mail, honestly. But that being said, please subscribe if you want to make sure that you don't miss those diamond painting videos, and you feel free to check out my back catalog of various diamond painting videos. There's a lot here on my channel. I was just looking, I think, how many 100 videos did it say that I've put up in 4+ years? It's a lot. Was it? It wasn't 900, was it? It might have been. There's a lot. There's weekly WIP and Chats. There's various tutorials, unboxings, and reviews from a ton of different companies, some of which have unfortunately shut down at this point, because I guess that's what happens when it's been, years. And yeah, but hopefully still some fun stuff over there. Tutorials, if you're looking for some how-tos or some other things. I have some other things I'm kind of trying to mull over that I think might be helpful or fun to do here on my channel. But yeah, love to have you here if you aren't already subscribed. You can also hit the bell if you want to be notified when I share new videos, because I know that home subscription feed isn't always super reliable. But how about if you made it all the way to the end of this video? You probably thought I was going to say a dragon emoji, didn't you? Well, I'm just going to prove you wrong and say emoji with the color green in it, because we're dealing with these ridiculously rich green fairy dust drills right now. Which, what's funny? There is a green dragon emoji, and I'm wondering how many of you are going to drop that one in and just be like, well, it's green and it's also a dragon. You know what? Do whatever makes you happy, my friends. But as far as thoughts on the accessories I worked with today, all good things. I actually, even though I had a little tiny bit of a struggle loading up this WIP wax, this WIP putty, it's working well for me. It's not like spilling over the sides too badly. Like there's a little bit, but that's even a little bit less than normal for as long as I've been sitting here diamond painting. I'm intrigued by the texture on this. I'm going to be curious to keep working with it. Tray was great. Wax was great. The kit was great. So all good things, I suppose. But yeah, it's a good WIP and Chat as far as actual literal diamond painting goes. So thanks you guys for spending this morning with me, or whatever time of day it is where you are. I really appreciate that you took some time to spend with me. Let me know in the comments how you are doing, what you were working on while we chatted today, and I'm gonna let you go. I hope you have a day and a week that's as amazing as you are, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.